Okay, so for this presentation, I'm going to be presenting the Pear Deck PowerPoint that we had to do for Module 6. So this is my 10th grade Kentucky Academic Standard World History assignment that we did for the three teachings by Kagan Miller. So the three teachings is Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, all of which were a daily aspect of life in ancient China. To go on to Confucianism, based on Confucianism is based off of Confucius. He was a real person that was a teacher in China over 2,500 years ago. It is both a philosophy and also a religion, and it's still quoted and studied today. On to Confucius, like the individual. There's a small little photo of like a statue of him in China. His real name was Kong Fu Ji. His parents were very rich, and then they lost all their money, and then he went to go work for a rich guy to get an education, because that's how only the educated or only the rich were educated back then. He eventually became so well known for his mind, people would send their kids to learn under him. He was the first actual tutor in like recorded Chinese history. He taught a social code of behavior that focused on good moral character, which is why it kind of stays, it persisted throughout time, even today. On to Taoism, which I realize I've been pronouncing wrong up until this point. It's more of a philosophy or like an outlook. Confucianism was sort of like religious, and this one is not as much, if at all. It's very focused on joy and laughter. Followers are called Taoists, and it's all about finding the way to happiness. There's a video explaining Taoism that I'm not going to show in this because it's more than the time that I have for this. On to Buddhism. Buddhism is a world religion, still very much so practiced today. It's based on a religious figure similar to Jesus, and there's over 500 million Buddhists in the world today. They value goodness, self-control, wisdom, and similar virtues akin to that. Let's talk about the Buddha. His actual name was Prince Siddhartha Gautama, born a very long time ago in India to a very rich family. He's a prince. They kept him protected from the outside world to like protect him from his from like kind of like the dwells of life. And he kind of started to see death and sadness, and that led him to the Four Noble Truths. And then from there, he created the Eightfold Path, which I will go on to talk about. The Four Noble Truths, they're as follows. Number one, life is filled with suffering. Number two, suffering is caused by people's wants, and suffering can be ended if people stop wanting things like more pleasure, more power. And to stop wanting things, people must follow 8 basic laws called the Eightfold Path. So what's the Eightfold Path? To know the truth, to intend to resist evil, to not say anything to hurt others, to respect life, property, and morality, to work at a job that does not injure others, to try to free one's mind from evil, to be in control of one's feelings and thoughts, and to practice appropriate forms of concentration. And so with all those things, that sort of encompasses Buddhism. And it also, I believe that is the end of the presentation, but that is my sort of really quick rundown of the three basic teachings that's in Chinese and a lot of Asian daily life: Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. Thank you so much.